How are you today? Okay, so it's Friday, and I usually try to find something to watch on Friday as a special feature to watch, right? Okay, so I have a vast variety of things to choose from. Okay, um, so I have watched 28 years, and I saw 28 Days right next to it. I have seen it, okay? I've seen it. So I saw 28 Days next to it. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's a pair. Um, so I started it, but I didn't finish it by myself. I, I went on and looked up a handy dandy reaction that I had already seen before, thanks to EOM Reacts, and watched it along with somebody instead of watching it by myself. Okay, okay, I could watch 28 Years by myself, but not 28 Days. Okay, so movie theory, here it comes. Is that the same Jimmy? Uh, in 28 Years, there's a character named Jimmy. All right. Now, I my head kind of want to connect them together, even though 28 Years started a bit different. However, in 28 Days, when Jim goes back to, I don't know where he at, either his grandparents' house. I think that's his grandparents' house. I don't know if that's his parents' house. If that's his parents' house, then that it wouldn't match. That wouldn't match. But if that's his grandparents' house, then perhaps that'll match. Is 28 years and 28 days connected? Okay. Is that theory just being thrown out here like, here, watch these two close together and smash them together and 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 there you have it. That's your story. Okay, so we got to see Jimmy when things popped off. Then we got to see Jimmy be a hero. Okay, and then we got to see him with a crew. Uh, it seemed like those two movies kind of go back and forth uh, with Jimmy's storyline. Now I say Jimmy because he's called Jimmy in 28 Years. In 28 Days, there's a character called Jim. So has he just dropped the Jim? I mean, has he dropped the Jimmy? And now he's called Jim? I was looking for the chain around his neck, but I didn't see it. Because I was so trying to piece them two to be the same character. I didn't see the chain. But when he went to the church, who came out to greet him? The father. Okay? Was that his daddy? Because you know his daddy turned, I guess. I'm assuming his daddy turned because he embraced his children in 28 years. Who else has watched 28 years and then turn around and watch 28 days? Tell me if those two can be the same character. Okay. I'm thinking it can. Um maybe he put back on the cross after 28 days, because he was the hero in that. And he gathered his crew, and they were the heroes in uh 28 years. So like is okay, so Jimmy, something happened to Jimmy to where how he wherever he was, he woke up like that. I don't know. I kind of want to put them together. Like, who else want to put them together? Like, do the writers want to put them together? Do the directors, the producers, do they want that story to flow back and forth like that, and have that be Jimmy's story? Between timelines, between movies, like because there's another movie trilogy that's like that, where you have to where it's like you okay, so one is made, we watch one, two is made, we watch two, then three is made, we watch three, but then when we watch three is a nod back to two or one. So the movies, three is like the beginning, and then one is like two, and two is like one, or like it's like a circle, like it flows from three back to one, or three back to two back to one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So is 28 years doing the same thing, 28 days, 28 weeks, 28 years, especially 28 days and 28 years. Is that trying to do like a flow back to 28 days? Like, okay, so we watched 28 years, we watched 28 weeks. Now 28 years has come out. We watched that. Now that we've watched that, and now, we see, okay, so I saw 28 years was, no, 28 days was available. So I went back and watched that. So I see that it could possibly be a flow between all, at least the first movie and the last movie. Okay. So is that what's going on? I'm it looks like it could be. I mean, he did go to the church, and he did whack-a-mole that father. I don't know if that's his father though, but it's similar because Jimmy went to the church when he was younger and saw what happened to his father, so it would make sense that he would go, at least I guess, back to church. But I don't know why he. It kind of seemed like it flowed, but then it kind of is. I guess it's not. I don't know if it's a coincidence, or were these stories meant to connect in some way, or at least have you watch these in some type of sequency, like I just did, close together. So the 20, yeah, 28 days. I meant to write that in the description. 28 days and 28 years. So it seems like, okay, so the Jim character goes back to the church. Here come the father walking out, and then he whack-a-mole the father, and then he like, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That sounds like what Jimmy's character would possibly say, because that's his dad. But just looking at it, the first go round, when we just had the 28 days to watch, we might not know that's necessarily his father. So it just come off as random. But then seeing 28 years, I'm like, is that his father turn? You know. And then he says, "Oh, I'm sorry because he didn't mean to whack-a-mole him because that's his dad." Jimmy's a bad boy. Like he is, because I was wondering. I couldn't recall if he made it through the movie because when I see him in the thumbnail, he has facial hair. So I was like, is that the same man all the way to the end of the movie, from the beginning to the end of the movie? Is that him? And yes, it's him. He just shaved his hair, or he gave himself a shave and a haircut, and that's him from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. So I'm like, wow, go ahead. He did real good for himself. I don't know how he got where he was at that time. Um, but he got up, and it seems like it's random, but when you watch 28 years, it's like you see the beginning. So it's like, okay, movie theory. It's like 28 years is the prequel to 28 days. Is that what's going on? Let me know, because that's what it looked like to me. Somewhere around up in there, look like the movies cross, and you get the stories within the first story as to what happened to Jimmy from uh, this last movie. You see how it began, and a little bit of the 28 days. You see how it begins too. But that could be like from a different point of view. It comes on at a different point of view. Now in 28 years, you uh, we get to see where Jimmy was and what he was doing when it was popping off. And then he run off, and then like everybody that has watched 28 years, it's like, okay, well, what happened to this character? Because we see him at the beginning, and then he come back at the end. What's up? Well, looks like when you watch 28 days after 28 years, look like that's what he was up to. At least, like, from when he um, got up from whatever, however he got there now, to say what he did in between the beginning of 28 years and the time we see him in 28 days, I don't know what to tell you right now. But it looked like it could be a cohesive flow. Now it ain't said that it is, but I could see that it could be if that's the same character. Yeah, I figured, yeah, that's what to do. You know, watch them two close together. I mean, they there and available for streaming. So watch them together, and wow, yeah, I can't watch 28 Days by myself. 28 years I could, because of the format. It was like a National Geographic documentary. 28 Days, I might have watched it by myself, maybe one time long ago, years, I don't, but no. Mm-mm. have you a watch party and watch along when you for those movies that you want to watch together. So yeah, that's my movie theory. Cause I kind of wanted to see it, but I started it and I was like, no, I need somebody to hold my hand through this one. uh, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Uh, so yeah, if that's the same character, it looked like we get a glimpse of what he was up to from there. I mean, it's similar. I mean, it could be somebody totally different. Mm. And it could just be, hey, we had this in this movie, so we're gonna put this in that movie and feed it to the fans and let them have at it. Let them have at it. Okay. So I'm looking to see. I'm gonna look and see um what's on the what's on the spooky watch schedule. I don't know what's on the spooky watch schedule. When I get to watch Sinners, if I get to watch Sinners anytime soon, that'll be that'll be my spooky watch. And let me know if you've seen Sinners, and if you've seen Sinners already, do you plan on watching it again during this spooky watch season? You plan on seeing it again? I would if I watched it. I'm thinking I would watch it again. And I'm thinking when I do watch it, I'm watching it again and again and again, and it's gonna be on replay. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm gonna have that movie on replay when I watch it. So I would like to own it in all its glory. For Christmas movies, I watched. Oh man, what's the title? I don't know. The bears that saved Christmas. The teddy bears that saved Christmas. The Christmas teddy bears that saved Christmas. Something like that. I watched that, and then I watched. Well, not and then I watched that after I watched Franklin's Miracle Christmas, or no, Franklin's Magical Christmas. So those are my two Christmas movies that I watched today. I kind of tried. Well, yeah, I kind of tried to talk myself into watching Fear Street. Uh, I have watched reviews and recaps of Fear Street, so I get the gist. Okay, I got the gist of it. Um, Fear Street's scary, but is it scary because it's R.L. Stein? Because okay, so this is why I tried to talk myself into it, because I'm trying to I'm like, I done seen all of the Scream movies, I think. think I saw 4. I might not have seen 4 firsthand, maybe. Cause I don't even like the Scream movies, but I done seen all of them. So I'm like, okay, well I've seen all of them. I can see Fear Street because Fear Street really, really just. I mean, they similar. They real similar. They real similar. So I had started it a while ago. This is a long time ago, like months ago, and it's scary. It's scary. So I stopped it. I it it's it's scary, and it's like the reason I don't like Scream. It's the same reason I don't like Scream, and it's because it's it's people on people, and I don't like that. Like, ugh. So, but yeah, I tried to talk myself into watching it because I was like, well, I watched all the Screams, and almost all of them, and I was able to watch them. But I'm like, I do not have to subject myself to that stuff. So thank you very much. I decline. I can decline when I'm ready to decline. Thank you. So yeah, cause I was trying to like be like, is it because it's our real son and I just want to accept nothing too scary from him? It's like, no, this is as far as the scary goes with you, sir. I'm not accepting anything scarier than this. Okay? Or is it just that uh I just don't like that stuff, but it's like but you've seen other movies, similar. Like, eh, that may be. That may be. That may be true. That may be true. Or it's very suspenseful. Very quite suspenseful. I'm already backing up before I even turn the movie on. I'm backing up away from the like no 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 no. Like, I just don't like that type of movie. Ain't my type of height. Okay, so crocheting. I got maybe, I don't know how many rows. I have to count. So working on my crocheting. Looking for today's featured film. Throwed out that movie theory. Get back at me with that movie theory. That's my movie theory. My movie theory is that for everybody that wanted to know what happened to Jimmy, what, and then he come back at the end, and it don't make no kind of sense. It made plenty sense if y'all was listening. The daddy, the Spike asked the daddy, say, "Who did this?" And then the daddy said, "Could be this, could be that, could be boop 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 boop." And then at the end, we see who exactly did it. I was like, yes, this movie came all the way around and had all the answers. So it had all the answers. Showed us exactly who did till further notice. Now, if Spike asked him or if it come up, hey, did y'all do that at the bathroom? And he say, no, that wasn't us. That might have been somebody else. Then okay, but if that don't happen, then the answer is his crew did it because that's what they do. I don't know. I mean, that was good enough answer for me. So I don't know what that man did. I don't know if Jimmy and his crew did it, but it looked like they did it because they did that off rip like it ain't nothing. So, mm-hmm. Now I didn't pay attention to what at the end of 28 days, like if there was anything on a television screen that could have given off any more clues to the connection between uh, 28 days and 28 years. I didn't look. But the woman was sewing, so she could have made their outfits that they had on at the end of 28 years. Because she had some white fabric, she had some red fabric. I don't know. Wait. Well, I'm trying to put them together. I'm just because I was like, maybe they went to the store. But now that I seen 28 days, I'm like, she could have made them. I don't know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what other movies are out right now? I don't know. I don't know what's out right now just yet. I didn't look and I didn't hear anything to know what's the latest and greatest. I guess the movies that came out last year are at the theaters now. This week, this weekend. So that would be him. I'm guessing him is at the theaters as well as it was last week. So him might be another one of the movies I can't watch by myself. If watch it all. But I might be able to watch it, like I said, like I mentioned, with my feast and festivities. But without my feast and festivities, because my feast and festivities is comfort. Nah, watching it without my comfort might be a no go. It's pretty much a no go. How about that? Yeah, I got my feast and festivities. I'd be like, go ahead, y'all clown of the day, okay? And watch it. Without my feast and festivities, she ain't having it. Okay, started another row. I had continued that row. It was almost done. Started another single crochet in the back loops only. So yeah, I wanted to get over here and put that out there that 28 days could be where Jim was. I want to say, boy, if he had that necklace on, that'll be a wrap. Like that'll be no question. But because he don't have that necklace, ooh, I just caught myself. He might not have that necklace on because of where he was. Because he might have had to take it off where he was. So that's why we don't see him with the necklace on at that moment. He might have done tucked it away or put it in a pocket or something. Mmm. Now see, now I'm thinking, you know. So yeah, it would make sense he don't have that necklace on at that time because the way he woke up at. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. I got about 38 rows. Did I say 38 rows? Or 32? Let's see. I said 32. So I'm on the 32nd row right now of the pattern. I'm over halfway done. Woohoo! Yay! I'm over halfway done. And the zombies were disrobed. A couple of them. They were disrobed in 28 days. And they were disrobed in 28 years. So there's another flow between the movies. Okay. um, but I guess it wouldn't match because where are they? Okay, so in 28 years, they're in Scotland. I'm not exactly sure where they are in 28 days. Where are they? They're in the city. So I don't know exactly where they are in 28 days. Uh, oh well. I was trying to connect them. As soon as I heard that man was named Jim, I was like, "Ooh, short for Jimmy." And then when I saw him visit the father, I was like, "Ooh, is that his dad from 28 years?" But if it's in a different city and state from each other, then perhaps not. Oh, we don't. I don't know how long Jimmy had been running. It didn't look. It didn't look like he ran very long. Like it depends on the span of the distance as well if they're connected. But if they we don't know how long he ran. It doesn't look like he ran a long distance, but he could have. And then we don't know exactly how long he walked from when he got up in 28 years to say where that church was. And that be his dad from from 20 years. Or it could be somebody totally different. Totally different. Coincidentally, he go to the church and whack-a-mole the father. It looks like they were. Looks like it could be looped though to uh, invoke that thought of what the who the characters are. Well, and then I guess not, because when he went into the church, it seemed like the windows were fixed, didn't it? In 28 years. No, 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 not 28 years. No, 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 no. Them windows weren't fixed in that one. Because them folks didn't know how to use the door. Okay. They came as they said, come as you are. They came as they are. Um, in 28 days, it looked like the church windows were fixed. So that wouldn't be the same church, because them windows was bust down in 28 years. So unless somebody did some remodeling. As they came up with the money to fix the building, the church fund. Goodness. It looked like the windows was adhered to. It looked like everything was intact in 28 days in the church. Because it looked dark in there when it was light outside. So it looked like the windows was fixed. Unless they was boarded up. I was looking second handed. I wasn't looking first hand in that movie. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it. Teletubbies. So I don't know what's gonna be today's special feature just yet. Right now, I'm crocheting. Wanted to come on here and throw that movie theory at you. Like, look what I found. Like, look at this. Like, if you watch 28 years and turn around and watch 28 days, it look like they go together. Look like they could go together. Somewhere between 28 days and 28 years, Jimmy picked up an accent. He ain't had that accent in 28 days. So, what people say, wishful thinking, that could just be me wishful thinking that they go together. Guess what, guys? I finished another row. Am I going fast? I think I am. Like, what? I done did. Okay, so that was one whole row I did on here. Let me check my time. Okay. I started talking about crocheting and the time be like okay, so let me turn this here. Count my row. No, count my stitches. Gotta count my stitches. $39. Okay, I just checking. Uh, just checking. Just checking. Oh, Cobweb is available for streaming. I have seen that already. I was thinking of rewatching it. Uh, ugh, I don't get it though. Um, it kind of reminds me of um, an R.L. Stein show where the parents are denying that there's something in the walls. Like it's the same scenario, and then this boy he like it's something in these damn walls, and then they like no, you hearing something? No, it ain't nothing in here, and so in that way it's very similar. And then in the Goosebumps show, come to find out, it's like a gin or something in the house, and that's the reason they got the house or something like that. It's because of this magical being, and he in the walls by this bedroom that they not in, so they sleeping peacefully. Meanwhile, he making all kinds of noise, keeping the other person up. So that's similar to Cobweb in that sense. And then you find out that it's actually something behind the walls in Cobweb. And then it's like it's supernatural. So I'm like, okay. Um, he thought he was doing the right thing. He thought he was helping, and then it's like he ain't appreciated for helping. And I'm like, shoot. Oh, so the Goosebumps movie, the boy found out that the mom and dad got this house because of the gin or something like that. Like the thing, it grants wishes or something. I don't know. But he wound up at the end of the movie. The mom and the dad are sleeping in his room, and he's sleeping in their room, getting a peaceful night's sleep, and they can't sleep because of all this noise that this thing been making. That they been like, oh no, it's nothing there. Oh, it's nothing there. What? And they knew it was there the whole time. Just like in Cobwebs, dude was like, I hear something in the wall. And then they talking about something, basically denying it and whatever else. And instead of being like, boop, 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 beep, beep, beep. So he thought he was helping. And then it was almost like it was the ring. When the woman thought she was helping, yeah, I set her free. I got out of there. And then the boy was like, you shouldn't have done that. Oh my goodness. And then she like, what? Like, no. He was like, he will never sleep. And then she was like, oh Lord. I'm like, you couldn't have told her that no sooner. No sooner, huh? They just be thinking they be doing something. And is that good for something? Good intentions or something? Good intention, good heart, nothing. What is it? All right, I'm up out of here in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Go see what my reactors are up to. I see it's I didn't know it was different. What's it called? Walking Dead series. I didn't know there was different Walking Dead series. I see Walking Dead, Fear Dead, or something like that. Then I see Walking Dead, something, something else, some other series. And I was like, what? I thought it was just one. Is it just one? And these are. Mm-hmm. I thought they was all together. But on the streaming platform, it looks like they they're listed separately, like they different. I don't know if they coincide or not, cause I ain't looked close for at it. I see like three different thumbnails for three different uh what's it called? The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. There's a thumbnail for The Walking Dead. Then there's a thumbnail for The Walking Dead, Fear Dead, and that looks like Idris Elba on that thumbnail, but I don't know if that's him or not. Um, then there's The Walking Dead, something else, and I was just like, oh wow, I didn't know those were three different things. Mm. Are they all the same thing, or are they their own thing, or what? Like, do they cross reference or what? I don't know. Cause I wasn't into The Walking Dead till I heard something, and then I mean I saw it because it was a big to do. Like I saw a little bit here and there, and yeah, then when it was like a big to do, whatever it was that was a big to do, then I went and looked to see what was going on. And then, like, okay, yeah. That's how I started watching The Walking Dead. I started watching The Walking Dead because I heard certain people were in The Walking Dead. Like, everybody hate Chris in The Walking Dead. I was like, what? And then so I went to go and see it. And then Dalen Spratt, he's in The Walking Dead. So I was like, what? So I went to go and see it. So that's how I was watching the. That's how I was watching the uh the Walking. I was watching for cameos. um, I was trying to think if I watched it for anything else other than the cameos. I did see more than the cameos because I saw the Preacher Man and I watched his episodes. And I watched like episodes up to where I thought the cameos were, either up to and past where the cameos were, so I could see where they be and stuff like that. And then eventually I did have to ask Dalen Spratt. I'm like, where are you at in The Walking Dead? And he told me what episode. I was like, hallelujah, because if it weren't for your cameo, I would not be. Now they walk slow in The Walking Dead, so that's cool. Like, okay, great. Y'all, they walk slow. Oh my goodness, them sprinters. Ugh, Lord have mercy. So I saw the brother. The brother I saw the beginning part. I think I saw the beginning part, or either that was like a movie. Yeah, the beginning part where the brother was up on the roof and he was trying to break free. Yeah. I saw that, and then I saw his other brother trying to get back to him, and they made it back to where he was, but he wasn't there, of course, because he had to get up out of there. So now they trying to find him and where he at. And I saw all of that, and then the big to do was the the lady that I don't know what she was the head. She was she would be considered an alpha in 28 years. All that big hoorah around her got me to watching it. Uh, Cause she was a big to do. Her character was a big to do, and uh, yeah. So that whole storyline, and oh my goodness, how she was still trying to choose somebody when she was on that stake. Oh my goodness, that was a big to do. Whee. She was like a, she was like mechanical. All right, so we made it to an hour. Thank you all for your support. What you're watching, what you're reading. I think yesterday was binge day. National Binge Day. I didn't participate. I didn't see anything I could watch for that. I guess if I was to relate it to crochet, I guess I binge crochet. Because I crocheted for a while. So I binged crochet yesterday during National Binge Day. Today is a new day. So perhaps Ola Joe shows what today's national days are. I'm trying to think what else. It was something else day. It's a lot of national days that go on the daily. So I'm looking for that. If I see it, I'll see it. If not, then it's Friday.
April skies are glowing soft and wide. A whisper in the stars, the full moon's tide. Petals fall like promises in bloom.